They're telling me that I'm detained.
Yes, until I can figure out who you are.
Interesting. Okay, this is an unlawful detainment, just so you know. You just go to random people and say you're detained?
Enough. We don't need to sit here and argue, okay? You guys are all set.
Cops are supposed to know our rights and protect them at all costs. But more often than not, you come across corrupt cops who are only interested in gaining power. Some people make it their job to teach these cops a lesson, like this next guy. It all started when this journalist decided to visit the parking lot of a police station in Newark, New York. When he arrived on site, he was confronted by the most power-drunk cops in the city.
How are you today?
Good, how are you?
You working here or something, or?
Well, yeah, technically, yeah.
Okay.
I am, but
Can I help you with anything?
no, I don't need any help with anything right now.
Okay.
Can I get your name and badge number, though?
Sure, Kuhn, KUHN, Shield 17. Can I ask you what you're doing?
17. I'm just taking video and picture. How you doing, sir?
What?
What?
We got in the parking lot. Myself and Officer King.
How you doing?
You're
Can I
not allowed
get-
to be. You're not
can-
allowed to be in this area.
Can I get your name and badge number?
You can read it right there, but you're not allowed to be. You're not allowed to be in this area. You have any business here?
I do have business here, yeah.
What's your business?
I don't have to tell you that.
What's your business?
I don't have to tell you. Hey, whoa.
What's your business?
Just relax, man. It's not that big of a deal.
No, it is a big deal because you're not allowed to be in this area. This is for authorized personnel only.
That's
So
not.
if you'd like to go in the lot,
That's not true.
go sit over
There's no sign saying authorized personnel only. So, public parking lot. So
No,
what
it's not.
happens is Geyer,
No, it's
is that
not.
how I say that?
It's
this
not.
is a public parking
It's
lot.
not.
Yeah, because it's funded by
It's not.
taxpayer.
It's not.
You're wrong.
It's not. You're wrong.
You're wrong.
You're wrong. Listen, buddy, we can go take a walk over here, and you can go stand over there. We can have this
You
conversation.
could take a
problem.
walk over there if you'd like. There is no signs deeming this a restricted area.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I'm telling
you can't. You can't just deem an area restricted that's open to the public.
So then maybe you're having a hard time listening. Okay, that's what the issue could be here.
No,
I'm just trying to tell you, bro.
I don't think
we'll
that's
take
it.
a walk over here.
Yeah.
That's it. You're not allowed to be over here.
Yeah, no, I understand. But what I'm telling you is you can't just make an area restricted.
Yeah, I'm in a lot of
It has to be restricted already. This is not a restricted area
No,
here.
you're sadly mistaken, pal.
Okay.
You're sadly mistaken.
Okay. Why don't we get a supervisor out here?
Why don't we walk over here where you're allowed to be,
I'm
or we
gonna-
can have an issue.
Oh, what's the issue? Is that a threat?
No, I'm telling you right now, you're not allowed to be in this area, bro.
Does your policy state?
Do you have issues or something like?
No,
hearing?
I think
you
you
have
have.
issues hearing.
I think you have
You're
some
not
anger
allowed
issues,
to be in this
buddy.
area, dude.
This
That's
guy
what I'm trying
came
to tell
over
you.
here.
Come over here and walk over here.
There's a complete difference. See, this is the contrast in America of you got cops like
Okay,
you,
yeah.
and then you got cops like you.
Listen,
sir.
Cops who want to
We're trying to-
escalate and cops who want to de-escalate.
We're trying
There's
to
a
tell you
difference.
very nicely. You're
That's
not
how
listening.
good cops get hurt because people like you,
Okay.
when they go in all gun ho.
Okay.
Let me
Now,
finish
you
what
know-
I'm
no,
saying.
hold on.
I was
You're
just
not
finish what
listening.
I'm saying.
Can I have your
That's
ID,
all.
please, so we know who we're talking to?
No, you're not going to get my ID. I haven't committed a crime unless I've committed a
You're
crime.
trespassing, just like
No,
Officer Guy said.
no.
So you see this area. Why do you think the public's not here? Why do you think nobody walks?
Because they're choosing not to be here.
No, it's not 'cause they're not
This is
choosing.
not a
Let me show you
restrict. This is
something.
not a. It's
Let me show you
authorized.
something.
We're trying to
Authorized.
show you, man.
I don't need to go look at it. I read it already.
Come here.
Authorized vehicles
And
only.
personnel.
No. Authorized.
So here's the problem. You're telling me you're not going to tell me your business, right? That's what you're telling me?
I'm telling you right
Hold
now that
on,
I'm
you're
a
telling me?
journalist. I'm going to tell you, I'm a journalist working on a story, and that's as
Okay.
much I'm going to say.
But you're
I'm
refusing to tell
engaging.
me.
I'm engaging
So,
in a
hold on.
constitutionally
But
protected
you're refusing
activity.
to tell me who you are, correct?
Because
I got a
because
stranger.
I don't
hold
have
on,
to.
Hold on. Because right now you're a complete stranger. I got a stranger over in my work area, walk around videoing.
Yeah.
I have no idea what your intentions are, correct?
Yeah,
Correct?
yeah.
I have no idea. Because you know what's not normal? There's a guy. Where's your credential? If you're a journalist, that's fine. Where's your credential, sir?
You don't need credentials, and I don't need to provide you with anything unless you have reasonable, articulable suspicion that I've committed a crime.
What
I'm
kind of
about to commit a
suspicion?
crime.
What kind of suspicion?
Reasonable, articulable. Did you learn that in training or no? Okay.
We don't-
So
we don't
reasonable, you don't use that over here?
We don't use that for.
Right off the bat, you can just see how ignorant these cops really are. The journalist tears them apart with precisely chosen words, and the result is just amazing.
Never. You guys are the ones with the weapons, not me. You guys should feel.
What does weapons have to do with anything?
Because you're saying you don't feel safe with a guy with a camera. Come
I
on,
have
man.
no doubt.
In the middle of broad daylight.
Okay, and what are you going to do with the video, right? Because now listen to me. So now I got a subject, videotaping comings and goings, videotaping the entire layout of this parking lot.
Yep.
What am I supposed to say people are going to do with that?
I don't
Just be
know.
my
You
shoes.
could get it from Google Maps if you
Okay,
wanted
I
to.
don't
Come
care,
on,
but
man.
I'm not worried about Google Maps. I'm worried about a subject here who
Yeah.
refuses to tell me his name.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
a good citizen. That's what I am. I'm a
Okay,
good
did
citizen
anybody
here.
say you weren't?
I'm not saying. Listen,
being evasive.
I told you what I'm here to do. How am I being evasive? Would be I'm not gonna.
Okay,
well,
we'll
listen. Evasive would be I'm not gonna answer your questions and then spin off and walk away from you because you have no authority here.
Nobody's trying to listen. Here's the bottom line. Okay.
I fully expect. I fully expect you. I fully expect you to do your job and come up to me and ask questions. That's what I expect.
Being
That.
somebody who I am, okay. I work with as a part of what my gig is I make sure that I facilitate the bond between the community and policing. So how about this?
Really?
I can offer you a little bit more help. But once again, we need to know who we're speaking with and what type of credentials you have as far as what type of project you're working on. So listen,
just
man,
told you.
if you have it could be to the point you want to come on a ride along, we'll take you on a ride along, man.
Yeah.
It could be to that point.
That's not what I want to do at this moment.
But I'm just saying, if you're walking around in an area that's for authorized personnel only, and you're not explaining.
But that's not true. I read the sign.
What does the sign say? Recite
It says
word for word.
authorized vehicles only. I mean, you could do this all you'd like. Am I detained?
Right now, yes. Until we figure out for sure what you're doing,
So
yes.
you're telling me that I'm detained?
Yes. Until I can figure out who you are.
Interesting. Okay, this is an unlawful detainment, just so you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Until I can figure out what your true intentions are. You're telling me you're a journalist.
So
you
can
have
you
no
can you
credentials.
tell me what crime? Can you articulate a crime that I've committed?
I don't have to detain you for a crime. This is suspicious right now.
So
this is
suspicious.
activity.
Is suspicious a misdemeanor or a felony?
Not suspicious activity right now. I gotta try to find out what
Is
you're
suspicious activity, sir, a misdemeanor or a felony?
doing. Oh, it all depends on how you want to spin. It all depends on what you're doing, doesn't it?
It's neither.
I don't know what your business
It's neither.
is. I don't know.
It's
why.
neither.
You're saying that
I'm here conducting my own business. Now I'm not free to leave. I'm being detained against my will, unlawfully, for no crime I've committed.
Until we can prove what you're doing.
I'd like to speak to a supervisor, please.
And the officers just keep pushing it. Hey, can't just put their egos aside and just accept the fact that they don't have as much authority as they think. Just wait to see when the sergeant walks in.
I walk in. He's
Sorry,
walking
sir.
around.
Hey, how are you, sir? Sergeant.
And going through. So I come over, try to talk to him, try to engage him.
Can you take me off of this unlawful detainment, Sergeant, before I'm being unlawfully detained? So
You're not being detained. We're just
yeah,
trying
no,
to tell you, move on your way,
no.
man.
This guy told me I was being
I
detained.
think, listen, I told him he's staying here, trying to figure out what he's doing. He just want to get his name. Which
So I'm sure as the sergeant would know, you can't detain me for no reason.
A journalist.
I am a journalist.
Walking through our work area. He's over by.
This
all
is
our
public.
vehicles.
This is
So,
public.
You know, things have been up and down. But you know, so the journalist doesn't want to provide any sort of credentials. Doesn't want to.
I don't have to. That's why. I've been very, very decent with you guys, though.
You said you haven't been disrespectful. We're
Yeah.
just trying to figure out what you're doing.
No, but what you're
again,
doing right now, officer, is that you're violating my rights. I'm a free man, and you're telling me that I'm
Not when you're
detained.
conducting suspicious behavior.
That's not
I
a
can
crime,
detain
sir.
you.
My officers are doing the right thing. You're in our parking lot, taking photographs and everything. Not illegal, okay? But certainly something for us to be concerned about, okay?
Which is
There's
okay.
a lot of attacks against police. There's a lot,
Sure,
of, a lot
yeah.
of stuff going on. In the
There's a
world
lot of
today,
stuff going
right?
on. If I'm not
So
everybody's
you're
part.
here with your phone. This is, I mean, it's not fenced in or anything like
Exactly.
that. But not necessarily just open to the public. Okay.
Well, unless
This
it's
is
unless
this
it's
is
unless
our
it's restricted.
private- this is our private
Okay,
lot.
I'll let you
all right?
finish.
There are signs mostly for vehicular traffic, but it does say unauthorized people not allowed to come in.
Vehicles. I read
I
the
said that.
sign.
It's mostly for vehicles.
Yeah.
Okay. But again, this is why you were stopped.
Yeah.
Is because it's not necessarily illegal what you're doing, but certainly a little suspicious as to why.
You know what that was?
No. As far as how we conduct business, we don't conduct business.
Well, and I'm gonna teach you something. In order in order to detain somebody, you need reasonable, articulable suspicion. That's not speaking the way I do.
Like you just said, everybody's different, right?
So
I don't
when you
speak like
detain
that.
somebody, what's your burden of proof? What do you have? What do you do?
said I
You just
don't
say
put-
you just
I
go to
don't put those
random.
words
Guys,
together.
hey,
You just
stop.
go to random people and say you're
Enough.
detained.
Enough. You don't need to sit here and argue. Okay. You guys are all set.
All right.
You guys can go.
Take care, guys. Stay safe out there.
Okay.
Sarge, listen. I'm doing. I have no ill intent.
Look, you're
I'm
not
just,
being violent. You're not being.
No.
You're not even being argumentative. You're free. You're recording me. That's fine. You're also being recorded. I'm
I
sure
know.
you already know that. So, again, just explaining to you.
Yeah.
At first, we want to try to find out. I'm not going to try and force you to give me your name. I'm not going to try and force you to give me identification
appreciate
or
that.
anything like that. Okay. Again, are you finished for the day?
I'm gonna get a couple more shots and then I get out of here. Yeah. I'm gonna just get a couple more shots and be out of here. Head over to town hall. Take some pictures over there. That's all. All right. Thank you so much, Sergeant.
All right.
This whole interaction is a prime example of how immature and stupid some law enforcement officers truly are. Kudos to the journalist for standing his ground and giving the officers a full education. It was simply outstanding. If you think this journalist had to face the worst, just wait until you see the next guy who almost got arrested for visiting a high school.
You asked for my supervisor. My supervisor's on.
But why was I asked to come outside?
Because I'm not sure what your intentions are inside the school.
I have no nefarious or ill intentions. I'm here conducting official business. It's a constitutionally protected activity, what I'm doing.
I understand what you're saying.
So you understand what I'm doing is peaceful, and it's a constant.
I said I understand what you're saying.
On October 9th, this auditor decided to visit a high school to see if the officers were aware of his rights. Little did he know that he was about to face some of the most ignorant cops.
Oh yeah, I'm here to be a visitor.
Okay, come on in.
Good.
Hold on.
You're good. There we go. Hello.
Hi.
I'm here to try to obtain a visitor's pass.
For,
Myself.
right, but what are you going to be doing?
I'm here recording all publicly accessible areas.
Well, let me get Mr. White. Who are you with?
Myself?
Okay, so you're not with a company that has you assigned to do this or anything?
I don't wish to disclose who I'm for. She's with West Carrollton Police Department.
How you doing? You all right? Hi,
How's it going, sir?
David White.
Nice to meet you.
I'm the principal.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to do some recording of your building if possible.
No, that's not possible.
Why is that?
Why isn't it possible?
It's a public building, right?
Well, I need a background check. I'm going to need to know why you're filming, and we don't have releases on all the kids to be filmed.
Okay, so just the publicly accessible areas. I don't have any intentions of filming
We
any
don't have
children.
any public accessible areas.
This is a public school, correct?
Yeah, but once again, no background check. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you work for. None of those things. So it's a safety issue.
That's an illegal search. If
Of
you were to
what?
conduct a background check without my consent, where would you like me to come with you, sir?
Yeah.
I said, where would you like me to? If I don't want to step outside yet. I'd like to continue to do my filming.
Okay, the school's asked you to leave, please.
The school has not asked me to leave. He told me to come with him.
Okay, he's asked you to step outside. Would you like this gentleman to leave?
Yes, please.
You've been asked to leave.
So do I? If I don't, because I'm on public property, right? This is public. Can you get a supervisor here?
Not right now, no.
Why not?
If you want to step outside, we can have this conversation outside.
Well, right now I feel like my rights are being kind of infringed upon.
And if you like to step outside, we can have this conversation outside. I will call a supervisor. We'll do everything you want when we're outside.
But this is public property right
Do you
here.
understand what I'm saying?
I disagree with what you're saying.
That's fine.
And this is where it starts. The sheer extent of this female officer's ignorance and arrogance is painful to watch. And this is just the beginning. It gets worse with time.
I'm just asking you to step outside. We'll have this conversation on outside.
Well, if there's no threat of arrest
I'm
or
going to need you at
anything,
the school.
if there's no threat,
I need you to step outside.
I don't think that this is voluntary.
Okay, that's fine. Step outside.
So I'm being against my will removed from the school.
No, you went ahead and stepped outside. I have a subject that you want us to record inside the school.
Inside the,
Well, come outside. We're outside now.
I'm willing to comply. I don't think that I'm unwilling to comply. I just think that I want to make sure you guys are going about it the right way.
We're right outside, remember.
The constitutionally protected way. And if you have no legal authority to tell me to step outside,
Okay, I have my supervisor on the way, just as you asked. You asked for a supervisor. My supervisor's on the way.
well, I think he's more than able to elaborate on that.
No.
You're not going to?
No.
Was I asked to come outside?
Because I'm not sure what your intentions are inside the school.
I have no nefarious or ill intentions.
I don't
I'm
know
here
that.
conducting official business.
I don't
It's
know
a
that.
constitutionally protected activity, what I'm doing.
I understand what you're saying.
So you understand what I'm doing is peaceful, and
That
it's
is
a
not what
constant.
I said I understand what you're saying.
But I just said I have no nefarious or ill intent. So if you understand that, then you understand what I'm doing is peaceful.
No, I understand what you're saying. Because they're two different things. What you're doing and what you're saying are two different things.
So you
I
think
do understand
I'm?
what you're saying.
You think I'm not acting as what I'm saying? That I'm going out of my line of phrasing or something?
No, what I'm saying is you asked for a supervisor. My supervisor's on the way.
Because you tried to remove me from the building.
I asked you to leave, yes.
If there's no reasonable articulable suspicion that I have or will be committing a crime.
Okay.
You guys understand that, right? That if I'm in here and it's a public building, it's a public entity owned for by the Ohio Board of Education, and I'm in here, unless if I break a law or do something to where you guys suspect me of breaking a law, or if I'm already in violation of breaking a law, you guys can't just ask me to leave.
Again, I understand what you're saying. You asked for my supervisor.
But you
He's
took
on
an
the way.
oath to the Constitution to uphold and protect that. And
You
you're
asked for a supervisor. He's on the way.
that doesn't mean you're not supposed to answer my questions until he gets here.
You asked for a supervisor. He's on the way.
How long is it going to be?
I don't know.
You could do an ETA for me.
He's pulling up right now.
She is not moving an inch. The guy is just exercising his rights. But unfortunately, she is not even willing to identify herself. And if you think the supervisor is going to be sensible and let this guy do his thing, you're in for a big shock.
What's your name and badge number, man?
Sergeant Flynn, 2047.
2047. Do you see how he identified? So what if I was blind and I couldn't read
Are you a
that?
student here or what?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, what are we doing on the school grounds then?
It's public property.
Not for you, it's not.
Reporting inside. He was in the lobby, then he was inside the main office. He won't say anything other than he
It
wants
says
to record.
visitors must sign in, which I'm trying to
He
do
won't say
so.
anything other than he wants to record. Obviously, we don't have releases from the kids that are in our office to be recorded.
I just like to
He's in
record
there.
the publicly accessible areas.
He's already recorded. He's already recorded the public. He's already recorded the publicly accessible areas. So he was asked to leave. He wanted to argue about it. Said that he has a constitutional right to be here. He's already recorded. He's already recorded the publicly accessible areas. So he was asked to leave. He wanted to argue about it. Said that he has a constitutional right to be here.
Both the officer and the supervisor are set to rob this guy of his rights, but the auditor is set in his position and determined to teach these officers a lesson.
Mr. White to leave the property.
You can't ask somebody to leave. You can't trespass me. You can't ask me to leave for doing nothing. I've done nothing illegal. Arrest me.
You work on the school property. You've been asked to leave.
You can't do that. You can't do that. I'd go ahead and get your supervisor here.
I'm all you're going to get. I understand what you're trying to do. You're trying to make this into something bigger than it needs to be.
I already have something bigger than what it needs to be at a different department. If you guys know who I am or you have any education about what I'm doing, I would suggest you look into what I'm already on the news, man. This is what I do. This is what I do.
Would you like to identify yourself?
Nope. I'm not going to answer any of your questions.
In this situation that you're creating here yourself.
I didn't create nothing. You guys showed up. And if I don't leave, you're going to do what?
You need to walk over the sidewalk.
Say it. If I don't leave, what are you
Are you
going to do?
refusing to leave the school property?
I want you to give me...
I'm letting you know that the school, inside the school, right here, the
You can't.
parking lots-
Right here. This is public property. This is without me committing a crime. If you give me a lawful order to leave this, you're going to open up room for
By
litigation.
you continue to stay, you are now criminally trespassing.
No, I'm not.
I've asked you to leave.
No, I'm not.
And now you're criminally trespassing. You've been asked by Mr. White to leave and by Officer Flouty. You've extended any First Amendment audit that you have now because you've been asked to leave.
I'm allowed to be here conducting you guys doing any sort of official business.
After his best efforts to break William, the supervisor does something that leaves William in shock.
Just to clarify, you were willing to pursue charges for criminal trespass?
Yes.
Okay.
I
All right.
need you to leave the
All right.
property.
It's your last chance to leave. You're going to be placed under arrest.
Okay. All right. I'll leave under threat of arrest.
Okay. Now, and actually, I do need to identify you now because you stayed too long. So what is your name and date of birth?
Now, can we get off the property so that way That's what you wanted of me, right?
I have to identify you because I have to criminally trespass you.
So
now.
do you want me to...
When I asked you to leave and you didn't leave, that's when you criminally trespass because you stayed too long. So now I need your name and date of birth to identify you.
And if I refuse to give you that?
You'll be arrested for failure to identify. Or I can give you a criminal trespass notice and you can leave. But I have to identify you now. You've passed the point of your First Amendment audit.
How so?
Okay, I need your name and date of birth or you'll be placed under arrest.
Okay, under threat of arrest, I'll give you my name and date of birth.
Okay, what is that?
William Taylor.
Mr. Taylor, what is your date of birth?
11/15/97. Tyrant. Under threat of arrest.
Do you want to get your property to take with you?
Oh, I'd love that.
Okay, that'd be great.
Do you know your social security number?
Yes, I do.
I can find that.
289. What happens if I don't provide my social? You didn't say I had to do that. Like, is that under threat of arrest?
I just asked you.
So if I don't have to provide my social, I wish not to do that because that's not.
We're okay.
I don't
Break
have-
for one by name and date of birth. You said William Taylor,
Yeah.
both common spelling.
However you want to spell it.
First name's William, last name Taylor, both are common spelling. November 15th of 1997. You'll be considered a criminal trespasser under Ohio Criminal Code 291121 and West Carrollton Ordinance 13306.
I know
you
the
fail
ordinance.
to depart at once, or you enter into, or upon the above list of offenses in the future. Such action shall be considered prima facie evidence of criminal trespass. I'd offer you to sign this, but you probably don't want to, correct?
I don't want to.
Okay. You've got it on recording. We've got it on recording, so you've been read this. Do you understand this is not just for the high school? You cannot walk on any West Carrollton City School property. You'll be arrested for criminal trespass. Do you understand that?
Arrested for criminal trespass. If I walk on the property peacefully when I've committed no crime.
You've stayed.
What crime has been committed?
Right now, you're continuing to be on the property, so
What crime is
you're no
that?
longer detained for criminal trespass. You've been asked to leave.
You can't charge somebody with criminal trespass without a crime being committed.
And there you have it, guys. Another tyrant shows himself. Thanks to William for going through the trouble and exposing such power-hungry cowards. After watching someone almost getting arrested for being at a high school, let's take a look at corrupt cops snatching the rights of a journalist in a library. An independent journalist named Sean was working on a story about the rights of minors in the village of Dalton. He went into a public library to investigate and gather insights for his work. Some uneducated employees stopped him from recording videos in a public place, which was totally against the rights that every citizen has.
You all seem to take a lot of pictures and video of everyone in the library. So you all take a lot of pictures and video of people in the library.
So that's what I'm supposed to do.
You can't take pictures of people in here either, even for minors in here. You can't take pictures of minors or anything.
Where are
like
there
that.
minors here?
But I'm saying, but you can't take my picture without my permission either.
Who says that?
I don't want to be on your video.
So why are you talking to me then?
So I'm just saying, but this is a public space, but you
But
can't
does,
take...
but
you can't-
realistically,
you can't
does it
put
make
any
sense?
of us in here.
Does it make sense to not want to be recorded and then come up to the man that's recording, obviously recording? Does that make
What
any
I'm
sense?
saying to you is that I'm not letting you know that if there are minors running around, you can't take pictures of them. I'm
Well,
telling
my
you.
goal, my objective is not to record any minors. That's
I
not
don't
what I'm
know
trying
that.
to do.
All
I'm telling you
is
that.
I know that. You told me that now.
Right.
But
So-
I'm telling you, we protect the minors in here. So we
Sure,
have
there's-
children coming through. I'm just letting you know. Please don't take pictures of a minor.
That's not my goal or my objective at
I don't know
all.
what your goal is.
I just told you my goal, man.
I am not a mind reader. I didn't know what your goal is.
I'm telling. That's all. I'm investigating a story that I'm working on for
What, in Dalton?
the village of Dalton. Yeah.
He said he's investigating something. He's checking.
Yeah, I'm just investigating. I'm an investigative journalist. I'm an independent journalist. I'm just taking some pictures and video. I'm investigating. So that's why I'm here.
You supposed to be investigating this library?
Huh? Yes, that's what I'm doing right now.
So why would you investigate us?
Well, no, there's a lot of reasons why. I can't really divulge the specifics at this time because it
But
would.
shouldn't you have gotten permission before you start doing that?
Who would I get permission from?
The director, interim director?
I'm the interim director. You would need permission to videotape because people are here. Individuals from the community are here using the computers, and they're not giving you permission to videotape them.
Well, you haven't spoken to them, so you don't know that.
As Sean got inside the public library, one of the workers stopped him and said it is not allowed to record here. And while there was no sign or any poster to stop anyone from it,
Are you
Please.
what is your name?
I'm My name is Lily Bird, and I'm the interim director. This is Trustee Danny Fields. And you
Hey,
do
how
not
are you?
have, if you're in the library, videotaping everyone.
Right.
When we videotape, when we take
Do you
pictures,
ask me for permission?
we ask for people permission.
We
We
did
let
not.
them know immediately before the program begins.
Right.
We have a disclaimer on our site. If you
I can see the video cameras right there on the screen that are recording me at all
That's
times.
for security in the building. This is not for, this is security in the building, and this is for our policy. This is not, you have a policy.
She's taking pictures of video of me right
Do you
now.
have a policy? She's taking pictures because we're going to call the police.
You can do that.
Do you have a policy that says that you are allowed to videotape?
I do.
All of this conversation between the employee and Sean in a public library, a place that is supposed to be quiet, caused other minors to look into this. A bunch of other workers started to take pictures of him to show them to the police.
Here's your policy, and call the police, please. Call the police. Where are you from exactly?
Where does
What
that matter?
company? I need to know where you're from. Are you coming from a business?
I told you I'm an
agency?
independent journalist.
You're an independent journalist. You did not call me.
I don't need to.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
You need to call me to make an appointment to come into my library.
Not your library.
And come in and to do this.
Don't need to call you, and it's not your library.
Well, then you need to leave. Okay. So, use of electronic equipment, that's for phones, but also engaging in behavior that is reasonable library user would find to be disruptive.
The library director, Lily, is doing the same as the other employers. She brought a policy paper to Sean, and Sean did not go against a single one.
People's privacy. People are pulling up information on the computers.
You're violating people's privacy by recording them.
The people know we have cameras. It's very visible.
Everybody knows that I have cameras. I'm
They have
very
cameras.
visible that I have
They
a
don't know
camera.
you.
But
You're
I'm
walking
very
in
visible
off
that
the
I have a
street. You're
camera.
walking in. We don't know you from Adam, Jake, John. You come in with a camera and you start filming everyone.
Well, I'm filming
That
the
is
library, and
unacceptable.
it's not acceptable.
It's unacceptable.
To you, it might be,
here.
ma'am. It might be
You
to
are
you.
not following any rules or regulations for this library. You are disrupting it.
I would argue that you and your employees here are disrupting
I'm
the
done.
library.
I'm done. Did you call?
The director said to him that he was violating people's privacy, and he countered it by saying that you are doing it too by recording them via CCTV, as he had his camera visible.
Well, no,
Listen your words.
no, ma'am. It's public, but it's also.
It's
Hey, how are
public
you, sir?
What's
Good.
going on?
Can I get your name and badge number, sir?
Officer Grano, 128.
Officer Grano. Nice to meet you, sir.
I'm Lily Bird. I'm the interim director here. This is Lisa Muswega, my business office manager. We have our trustee in here. This gentleman walked into the library,
How dare
took
I.
out his camera, and just started filming people. The difference is we asked him, please, could you not do this?
without their permission.
Okay, because he didn't get permission. We have people on computers, and when I approached him and asked him, what is he doing and why is he filming? He said,
I'm an
can't
independent
stop.
journalist.
What did you say? Go ahead. I'm an independent.
No, you said why
journalist.
didn't why didn't I get your permission? I said I don't need it. And then I told you I'm an independent journalist working on a story.
But in this aspect, this is a public building. He does have the right to record if he would like, unless there's anything posted saying no recording on inside the building or something like that, unless you have signs posted. He is within his legal right to record. Yes, I understand people don't want everybody in their business recording them and everything, but as a public citizen, he does have the right to record. Unless he's causing some type of disturbance where he's making it so other people can't do what they want to do, he has every right to be here.
But if he's recording my image and I don't want him to record it,
Yes.
don't I have a right to say no?
And
Yes,
our
you do.
patrons.
I have a right to not be shown if you don't want. He's gonna post this on YouTube. I don't want to end your video. Post people on his staff.
Two officers arrived at the scene, listened to both sides, and brought justice to the situation. Cops said that Sean was not doing anything wrong.
It's the same thing, they're in public. Unless
I made it, officers, I wanted to make it very clear. When they brought up minors, I said, that's why I'm not in the minor section of the library. My intention is not to record minors. That is not what I'm here to do.
Unless he's recording minors doing something inappropriate or against the law, again, it's legal to record in any public areas.
Quick question, you guys have cameras all over the place recording, right?
Yes.
We do.
Okay.
because
We don't
it's in our
release any of
policy
them.
and
Okay.
We don't release any.
They're public record.
We don't release, there's no public record.
So
Because
this-
they get erased after. We don't release it, it's for safety reasons. We have the police coming and looking at our cameras sometimes.
Yeah, I understand. I trust me. I don't like being recorded when I'm out handling my
I got
business
you.
on my day-to-day either. But from a law standpoint, he's not doing anything illegal. He's not like intentional.
Turns out the employees did not want to be recorded. But in a public place, if someone doesn't want to be recorded, they can move or ask the recorder to blur them out.
Definitely not a walk of shame by these officers. They upheld the oath that they took to defend our constitutional rights. All right, fellow patriots, we're just getting out of the public library here in Dalton, Illinois. Mayor Tiffany Henyard is still missing in action. For the self-proclaimed people's mayor, she sure isn't anywhere where the people are. Can't find her anywhere. Might be by design since the FBI is currently investigating her, so she might be laying low.
Appreciably, police officers did what they are trusted to do by every citizen. They kept everything under the law and right. Thanks to Sean, we can rest assured that our rights are always protected and fought for. And that's all for this video. Do you think Sean handled the situation well? How would you have behaved if you were in his position? Let us know in the comments below. Please consider showing your support by liking this video and subscribing to stay informed about future cases like these. Also, if you enjoyed this video, check out the next video here.